Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah. Check. My mic is unmuted. All right. My mic look like it's unmuted. Y'all can hear me. If you can hear me, see me. Somebody dropping one in the chat. I see here to learn to share in the chat. Somebody named Tori in it. What's up, Tori? What's going on, Tori? I've never seen that name before, but welcome. What's up, Marco? Kashaya in the building. All right. We got Dawn in the Discord, Deborah in the Discord, Vernon in the Discord. How did the markets treat you guys today? Y'all know that's literally how Kashaya sound. How did the market treat you guys today? I was just playing. The market was the market today. Right? The market was the market today. What did we... Yesterday, Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday. Right? I slander not. Wednesday and Thursday, especially Thursday. Thursday was a very large range day. Wednesday was a very large range day. Thursday met our long-time target of all-time highs, right? So after a everything day, after everything day, we anticipate a nothing burger, everything and nothing. To add on top of a everything day, right? We reached a higher time, a long time target, right? A higher time frame target. We met it. Now this is the last day of the week. We've had a really good run coming up. So on a Friday, meeting a long-term target after everything day, that's just a lot of confluence to anticipate a nothing burger, right? So I was chilling. Today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hold. You got her back? You got her back? What? Put her on my back. Hey, man. Today, I had time today. Let me show y'all something. Today, we're going to get into it in a sec. Wait a minute. Let me. Good evening. If this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, please allow me to say welcome. It's like, Tori, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Right? The antics, it's always the antics. I'm not going to act like I don't always act like this. The antics are the antics, but welcome. If it's not the first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbits, I still want to say welcome. But I want to give you a nice hearty, well, thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. Especially people like Kashaya. Thank you for always tuning in to Tim's Tidbits. If you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Rania Grande. That's Big Spider if you don't hablo Espanol. And you are in tune to another episode of the Intra-Day Price Action Recap. And this is the weekly edition. We're gonna cover the whole week. Right? We're going to cover the whole week, okay? Now, we've been doing a whole lot of teaching. Oh, let me show y'all something. Today, I had time today. I wasn't trading. I wasn't trying to do nothing. I was expecting a nothing burger. The NASDAQ gave me a nothing burger. I was hanging out in Charmaine's live stream. He started it. He said that I look like the daddy from Incredibles when I'm driving my wife's car. And he said I look like the Incredibles. Right? He said I look like the Incredibles. The dad from the Incredibles when I'm driving my wife's car, right? And so he shared a picture. He told us, let me go find the picture. Right? I got to go get the picture. I got to get the picture that he shared. And then so he got... Okay. Let me go in the private chat. Okay. Let me see here. Let me find the picture. Okay. This is the picture he shared. So let me share my screen. This is the picture he shared, right? This is the picture he shared, right? He was like, he said this Tim when he be driving his wife's car, right? So I said, okay, that's cool, right? And you see, so that means you see the little dude back here, right? You see the little dude right back there in the little green car right there. I said, okay, you got out with that one, nephew. I give you that, right? So y'all know I'm the Photoshop king, right? So I went there and I made this picture right here. I made this picture right here. I said, I went out there and said, hey, oh, wait up. I got a picture. I got me on. And I put the dude in the car back down. I said, I got it back down. I said, okay, I got time today. I got time today. Hey, man. Oh, my goodness. Y'all know I got a crazy sense of humor. Y'all know I ain't got good sense, man. Y'all know I ain't got good sense. Hey, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Shout out to everybody that's joining. Hey, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to pull up and check this out. Now, all week, we've been deep diving into price action all week. Cause we sprinting now. We've been deep diving in price action all week long. We've been really digging into why price has been doing what it's doing. So, today, this evening when we go through our review here, excuse me, I don't know. We probably just gonna take it light today. Right? We probably just take it light today. And just you know, do a casual walk through price. Nothing too crazy how we, you know what I'm saying, we went like super crazy every day. For those who don't know, we're looking at, I put the days on the bottom so that we can see the week as a whole. During the price action recap for the weekly review, this purple new week opening gap here, that's so I can quickly see where the week starts. Right? This is Sunday evening at 6 right over here. Right? I can quickly see where the week starts, but I put the days down there at the bottom. Why doesn't Friday show? They got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Why isn't Friday showing on here? That's weird. That's weird. What's up? Call me True. Call me if you need someone to talk to. Call me. Let's see, so. All right, let's come over here. Where is the... All right, what's the days anchored? The days are anchored. Oh, it's anchored at the end of the day. Let's see if we can change that. All right, it's anchored at the end of the day. Let's see if we can change that. Day of the week, time. Okay. What does that say? Day of the week, color. Okay, that's the label. Standard deviations. Okay. Free. Okay. Midnight historical line. Midnight historical place line. All right. Select time zone. That's not right. All right. That should be better. I don't know. I guess it ain't no way to change that. It ain't no way to change it being at the end down there. Okay. All right. Ain't no way to change that. So if that right there at 4, then I come over here at 4 there. Oh, wait a minute. I thought I had a line. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe it did do it. Did it do it? No, it didn't. All right. If y'all trying to figure out what I'm doing, I'm just trying to put a text box over here so that I can. All right. Okay, close enough for government work. Oh man, and then it's moving around. It don't stay there like the other ones stay there. Okay, more than one way to skin a cat. Oh well. See how they got the date on there? Everything to the right of that is so this is what I'm gonna do. Since I don't since I don't like that. Since I don't like that Friday night on there, I'm doing it like this right here. Whoa. Hey, what's going on with my lines? Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. I'm like, whoa, what's going on with my lines? Y'all probably looking like, what is Tim doing? Can we just get to it? I'm sick of it. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get. Once I get into it, that's it. It's a done daughter. It's a freaking wrap. It's a freaking wrap once I get into it. Once I get going, it's a freaking wrap. I was just talking amongst y'allself in the chat while I can try to control my ADD. Now, 15 minutes later. 15 minutes later. All right. 15 minutes later, we can now start our day. 15 minutes later, we can start our day. Let me see who came in. All right, Kim came in since I went down the rabbit hole. The Blackout Davis came in since I went down the rabbit hole. And Rhonda Green came in since I went down the rabbit hole. All right. Now, back to our regularly scheduled program. Our regularly scheduled program. Okay. Looking at price over the entire week, right? Looking at price over the entire week. Don, I'm calling on you again, Don, you're in the Discord right now. Don, looking at price over the entire, from here to there, what type of week was this? We have a noun and a verb, right? What type of week is this? When it comes to price action, we talked about this. We talked about something being a noun and something being a verb. Something being a thing, something being a action of that thing. What? Done. Unmute. I'm trying to figure out why everybody they mama answering. Done. We are going to sit here until you unmute and say something.
What are they saying? Uptrend?
No, not an uptrend. Not an uptrend. What we said, it was two. What was the noun? Do you remember what the noun and the verb is? Were you a member of the gang when we discussed what was the noun and verb when it comes to price delivery? We said one thing was a noun, it was a thing, and then there was another. There was a verb that that thing was doing. So like the noun would be Tim, and then the verb would be run. So Tim run, right? Okay, so the noun would be. Were you here when we talked about the noun and the verb? Were you part of the gang?
No, sir.
Okay, you get a pass on this one, Done. You get a pass on this one. How many of the videos have you watched for the mentorship?
Half of the.
Okay, you get a pass because what we talk about here is deep in. Oh, wait a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Let me go look. I gotta make sure it's deep in. I think it's deep. When we be talking about that gang in the mentorship? It's deep down in the mentorship, ain't it? When we talk about that right there. I don't call it the noun and the verb in the mentorship. We just talked about that, you know what I'm saying, on the live streams, but I think it's deep in the I think it's deep. I think it's like way down there week, like 17 or 8. Look at them teeth. I was looking at some teeth videos today. Look at them teeth there. Y'all know I be going down rabbit holes. I was looking at some teeth videos today. I think it's deep in the artery and price action. Market maker mod. Yeah, it's like number 19, right? It's like video number 9. It's like the last video. You get a pass on that, Don. You get a pass. Okay, shout out Kashaya. She dropped it in the chat already. It was a power of 3, a classic power of 3 week. It was a classic power of 3. Now, if you don't understand why I say it's a classic power of 3 week, right? It's because the power of 3, okay? Just because you see a candle, right? And we're gonna do a open low high close bar, right? Just because price at the end of the week, right? It looks like this as far as the open high low close bar, right? Just because it opens, then has a low, has a high, and closes higher than it opened, doesn't mean that it was a power of 3 time, right? Because you can get a open low high close bar, right? If your price, like, let's just say, let's find a little section. See if we can find a section of price that I don't feel like looking, right? So we're gonna draw it out. So for a power of 3, right, we're gonna just do like this right here, right? Right? That would be a power of 3 move, right? We opened here, we got a low there, we got a high there, right? There you go, and then we close there, okay? Cause we got to close, right? We close that. That's a power of 3 move, okay? This here, right? Right? That would yield us the same looking candle. We got an open here, we got a low there, we got a high there, and then we got a close there. Right? We closed higher than we opened. But this is not a power of 3. This is, right? What's the difference? Right? This is the noun. Power of 3 is the noun, and then the verb is accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Right? That's the verb. Right? What's the difference between the power of 3 and the non-power of 3? Right? The non-power of 3 time frame doesn't just have accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. It's got a lot of trading around and doing a lot of stuff, and it gives you a candle that looks the same, but if you didn't sit through it, right, then you don't know that it wasn't a power of 3. And you will see a lot of furus on Al Gore's internet, and they'll look at a week and be like, oh, we had a power of 3 week. It opened here, it went low, went high. You know what I'm saying? No. Right here, and in this case here, right, you got the open where you accumulate, right, your positions. You got the manipulation where you go down below the open, leading people the opposite way, and it'll be above the open for a bearish power of 3, right? And then you go above an old high and distribute your positions above an old high, right? Closing at or near the high. It can be right close to the top. It can be deeper down from the top, but you have your accumulation, your manipulation, and then you go up for your distribution, right? In this case, you don't have accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? You got a bunch of back and forth, and then it's just closing. So that, my friends, is the difference between the power of 3 and the non-power of 3. But this week, we can see that we had us does the LL displacement, does the LL disqualify the second example? What's the LL? LL Cool J? LL Cool J. You talking about LL? Talk about the lower low? That's what you talking about? Like the fact that it just didn't stick to accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. That's what changes it, right? Because this is not accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Because, right, if you come up here, make a low, go back up, come down, take out that low, right? Go back up, show signs of wanting to break down, then go back up again, then put, you know what I'm saying? It's just not. If you want to say, okay, this second low is what disqualifies it, yeah, I guess, because we're going from, like, at this point here, right, we're expanding, going from external to external, right? Then we go from external, move back in, right? And then we come back to external again, because from this high to that low right there, right? Now we're breaking back out of another range. It's like just a bunch of manipulation. So yeah, if you want to look at this as saying like this was disqualifies it, yeah, that's cool, right? But you know what I'm saying, if you don't just have the basics of accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, then it's not a power of 3 time frame, right? You can say it's seek and destroy, right? You can say like the first half of this is like a seek and destroy profile, because you coming up. At some point, you possibly took out a high, came down, you took out a low, went back and took out a high, came back down, took out a low. That's seek and destroy right there. And then over here, you're getting deep retracements, right? That's high resistance right there. Really, really deep retracements inside the moves, right? Because price going up here, deep retracement, even deeper retracement, right? So this is like high resistance over there because you're leaving the low, but you're getting those deep retracements, probably a lot of overlapping candles, right? Even when you get up here to the distribution where you make the O above this high, you make this like kind of a deeper retracement coming back down there. So you got to split between, right, the way I drew it out, you got to split between seek and destroy and high resistance conditions. And this right here, right, this could be relatively low resistance. It could be high resistance inside here somewhere. You never know. But at the end of the day, it's still a power of 3 because you got the AMD, right? Just like with any ICT concepts, you always want to know why it's something, right? Why is it a power of 3? Because of the AMD, right? If the AMD is not there, it's not a power of 3. It's just a up close or a down close candle. Right? No, we so many times I see people on Algo's internet just trying to make everything be everything. You know what I'm saying? Like every time the ES make a higher low than the NQ. Oh, we got SMT. It ain't SMT all the time. Right? You're not looking for SMT all the time. Oh, we made a higher low on the NQ on the 1 minute chart. We got an SMT. It ain't always SMT. You got to know when to look for SMT. Right? You got to know when to look for SMT. We're not making, oh, we got a down close candle. We got a bullish order block. It's not always a bullish order block. You got to know what creates a bullish order block. Right? Hopefully that helped. Now, let's get into it. We said we had a classic power of 3 week. Right? Let's go ahead and draw out our power of 3. Right? So, right, we opened here. Right? This is our open, the low of this purple box there. That's our new week opening gap. It's a bearish new week opening gap because we opened down, we gapped down. So the open of that, right, that's our weekly open. Okay, that's our weekly open. That's our opening price. Let me just find something. Boom. That's our weekly open right there. All right. That's our weekly open. And then up here. Okay. Up here. That right there is our That's our weekly close. All right. That's our weekly close. Okay. So, as you see, right, over here on Friday, right, over here on Friday, what do we say we expect? What do we say we expect? Look at what do we say coming into this, right? Coming into this before we even looked at the chart. What did we say about Wednesday and Thursday? What type of who in the Discord? Don't be running out the Discord now. Who in the Discord? Don, my friend. Don, you're still here. Vernon, you there too. Either Don or Vernon. When we first started the stream, what did we say? Because we read Kashaya's post said, how did Price treat us today? What did we say about Wednesday and Thursday? Right? This is Wednesday's price action. Right? That's why I got the days here. So we can say this is Wednesday price action. This is Thursday's price action. What do we say about Wednesday and Thursdays? What do we say Wednesday and Thursday was? Come on, Don or Vernon, one of y'all. I called Don first. Somebody unmute and tell me. What did we say about Wednesday and Thursday? Stop pretending like you're not there no more. Hello? There you go.
I don't know.
You don't know?
What,
we said
price ran up.
Okay, price ran up. And did price run up a lot or a little bit?
A lot.
It ran up a lot, right? So what's another word for a lot? Right? Starts with an L. What's a synonym for big? Starts with an L. Huh?
Large.
Large, right? So from this low to this high, that is a what? Starts with an R.
That's
when you go somewhere and shoot your gun, they call it a what? Starts with an R.
Go somewhere and shoot your gun?
Yes. They help you out in the range. Range, yes. So a large range day. We said this was a large range day. That was a large range day. And if we get a large range day, right, we call that, when we're in the next day, we're expecting a what? Right?
Consolidation day?
Consolidation day, but we call that a what? Right? Starts with, right? Nothing burger. Very good. So we expecting a everything and then nothing. Okay? Because on a large range day, right, you kind of restricting your expectations for the next day, right? Because you got like it did everything, right? And then if we look at Wednesday, right? Wednesday we did a lot. Large range day, every day, everything. And then look at the beginning of Thursday. Nothing, right? We had everything, then we had nothing, right? And then when we got to the New York session, so from the Sydney and the Asian all the way over to the New York morning, because this right here is around 9:30, right? We had everything and then nothing. And then that afternoon, we had everything and then nothing for the entire day. And that's what we'll talk about. We first came on, we said we had two large range days on Wednesday and Thursday, right? So we got everything and nothing. We got everything. And then now we're coming into Friday. So we're not expecting a whole lot over here because we had reached our higher time frame all-time high. We have been expecting what have we been expecting the NASDAQ to play out on the NASDAQ? What scenario we was expecting to play out on the NASDAQ? Vernon, you tell me that. What scenario we have been expecting to play out on the NASDAQ? Vernon fun act like he at work and can't talk right now. Vernon good for that. There you go. Say it again, Vernon.
All-time highs.
But I'm saying, what's the scenario we was expecting to play out? We want to see it hit all-time highs, but what's the name of the scenario we wanted it to play out through? I mean, we wanted to play out. What's the scenario we was wanting to play out?
I'm not sure.
Okay, when you have the Dow and the ES, they have reached all-time highs, and the
Okay.
Nasdaq hasn't yet. We're looking at Nasdaq as what?
The Six Sister.
The Sixth Sister. Look at that, man. Y'all better stop playing with the gang. Shout out Dunn and shout out Vernon, man. They pulling up with the hard-hitting answers, man. Y'all better give them some love in the chat tonight, man. Give them some love in the chat. These new gang members now. These new gang members pulling up with the hard-hitting answers. You hear me? We been sprinting a long time. They just got thrown into the race a couple days ago, and now they got the sprint too. They got to pull all up with the hard-hitting answers. Everybody else got a chance to be. What am I doing? Get on the right screen. Everybody else got a chance to crawl and walk and all that, and they got to come straight to the race. Okay, so now I just put in the all-time high line, right? And you see right here on Thursday, right? Don't matter if it's all squunched up. Y'all see what we got going on, right? Right here on Thursday, you see here we reached. You see that line there I put there? All-time highs. Right there on Thursday, we reached all-time highs. So now, that's what we was talking about in our scenario, right? We had a large range day, right? That was everything on Wednesday. We had a large range day on Thursday, right? So on Wednesday, you see we had everything. And then for all of Thursday up until the New York morning, we had nothing, right? And then Thursday afternoon, we had everything. And we hit the all-time high that we was expecting the Nasdaq to play Six Sister from like weeks ago. We have been, matter of fact, it might have been like a month or so ago we have been talking about this. Now we've reached our destination, and it's on a Friday, right? It's on a Friday, and it's right before a bank holiday, right? So you got a Friday, and then Monday is a bank holiday, and we've reached all-time new highs, right? So we can expect nothing, right? We can expect nothing. And what did we do today? Remember we talked about the AMD, right? This was our A. That was our accumulation, right? Also, between this and this, right? So this is our M, right? This is our A, accumulation, because we're accumulating orders at or near the open. Manipulation, we trade down below the open, right? And then what's the last one? What's the last letter of the verb? Who in the chat?
Distribution, the D.
Distribution. Shout out Lump, put up in the chat. Distribution, right? Where are we going to distribute our positions at? If we're going bullish, where is the distribution going to happen at? Above what?
Above equilibrium.
No. Where do you distribute at? Where does smart money buy and sell? Not the discount in the premium, but what do they buy and sell? They buy below what?
Below lows, above highs?
Yes. Below low, the distribution happens either below lows or above highs, right? What high was we looking for price to run into? The all-time high. How can you tell when the distribution happens? The market will pull back. It will retrace. What happened here, right? On Friday, we're right here on Friday. Here we go, Friday, right? That time right there. Everything is about time, right? Everything is about time. Let's come over here. This right here is 12 a.m., right? When does the algorithm start its day? When does the algorithm start its day? That's the question.
Is it midnight?
Midnight. The algorithm starts its day at midnight, right? It starts its day at midnight. We came above all-time highs at 3:15 p.m., right? But when did the distribution start, right? When did the distribution start? Over here after midnight on Friday, right? See, we came above the high right there, but price didn't pull back. But when we came into a new day, right, and we went above the all-time highs, price pulled back. That's how you can tell some distribution happened, because, right, we got that strong contrarian distribution, right? We got a strong contrarian distribution, right? We're distributing above this high, so price pulled back, right? Price pulled back. And when did that happen? Remember, time is of the essence. So if we come right there, we're going to come here. That right there is that time. That right there is that time there, right? If you look there, right? If you look right there, the start of this right here is 3 a.m. and the end of this right here is 6 a.m., right? This right here is what? What time is this right here? What starts at 3 o'clock?
I don't know. What's that? The Asian? I don't know them times.
London.
Oh, the London? Okay.
Yeah, the London starts at 3, right? So from the end, London kill zone is from like 1:30 to 5, right? That's the London kill zone, right? So, and then from like 6 to 7:30, that's kind of like the London lunchtime, when ain't nothing gonna be really happening, from like 6 to 7:30, right? So for the peak of the London time, right, price just sold off. Everything happens. Time is the most important thing when it comes to the ICT concepts, right? So there's our distribution over there, right? We get our distribution in the AMD move, and then for the rest of the day, right, it's just a big nothing burger. A whole bunch of high resistance. Look at all the overlapping candles, right? All we got is a bunch of overlapping candles for the rest of the day, right? Just the rest of the day, just a bunch of overlapping candles. Nothing to write home to mom about. You know what I'm saying? Just a bunch of overlap. Nothing productive. Just something to take your money. Anybody who is getting happy about, oh, we about to have a big pull back here. Look at that big pull. Nothing. Just got your head bust. Right? Just got creamed. If you got happy about this right here, and you say, oh, we got displacement to the downside, I'm going short right here, you got took out. I'm going short right here, you got took out. I'm going short right here, you got took out. Right? Anybody who got, oh, they fooling the shorts, they finna take it long, I'm getting long on a breakout, you got took out. All it did was take money all day long today. Yesterday, when we was on the live stream, what did I say? What did I say yesterday when we was on the live stream at the end of the day? I said, if you're green, do what? Who remember what I said yesterday when I was on live stream? I said, if you're green, do what? Take the day off. I said, if you red, do what? Good job. Take the day off. Good job, Lil Hulk. I said, if you ain't do nothing, do what? Take the day, sit on your hands, take the day off. So, there you go, right there. I'm just a simple dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Right? If I can understand what these candles gonna do, if I can predict, if you will. Hey man, shout out here to Learn to Share. I ain't even know it did this. Why y'all ain't tell me it did this? Look at there. It popped up saying that Here to Learn and Share has been a member for 22 months. I guess this is the time when she signed up at like during this time. And so it just popped up on the screen. It just popped. I see it up there. It's like a little bubble up there, right? It's showing like, hey, Here to Learn and Share she been in the mentorship for 22 months. So that means that the mentorship been going for 22 months. Cause here, Lil Hulk, Here to Learn and Share, and it was she from Atlanta. I can't think her name right now. Those was like the first people that signed up because they saw the link. That they saw the link before I released it. because I went in, I made the link, and I was setting everything up, and they saw the link on a video, and they clicked it, and they signed up for the mentorship, right? And that was before anybody else could see it, right? That was before anybody could see it, and they signed up, and I'm like, hey, how y'all see that link? Was that the gang? No, that's when the gang first dropped, when they clicked on the link. They clicked on the link before you could see it. But the mentorship, Hit, Learn, and Share was the very first person to sign up for the mentorship, and it popped up on the screen. Shout out Hit, Learn, and Share for being the very first person to sign up for the mentorship. And shout out YouTube for giving her props live on the stream. Salute, big salute. Big salute to Hit, Learn, and Share. Now I don't know. Oh, there you go. Now I don't know how to get off of that. Okay, so we talked about it was a Power of 3 week. We discussed the accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Yeah, man. I think that's a good one. I think because this week we went through a lot. We did a deep dive into price this week. So you know what I'm saying? That's about all I can think of to look at it from a different aspect that we ain't already talked about throughout the week. So with that, if I'm open for questions, all mushy and stuff. I'm open for questions if anybody got anything.
Questions? I'll wait till it get off and hit you on the DM. Hey, let me ask you something, man.
Yeah.
Now, what's the difference in between going short and going long?
Okay, going short is just selling, and going long is buying.
Okay, all right. That's all I need to know.
Yeah. So going short that's something that escapes a lot of people, because a lot of people who not privy to the stock market, they think all you doing is buying to get in.
Right.
They think you're buying to get in. And because they don't understand that there's a such thing as short selling. And short selling is something that some very smart people thought about in order to game the system. Right? These smart people that know about the stock market back in the day, they say, hey, we got to figure out a way that we can keep making money. Right? So they invented this thing called short selling, where they're borrowing something from the broker that they don't own, right? And then they're selling it to somebody who wants to buy it. And then when the price goes down, then they buy it back from somebody else, or even that same person if they're willing to let it go at a loss. And then they take the difference in the money and keep it, right? Giving the broker the amount that they bought it for, and keeping the difference between, you know what I'm saying, what they bought it for and what the other person sold. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, I remember you showed me that before, because I was like, man, how can I sell it before I buy it?
Yes.
I remember we went through that.
Yeah, and then so you're doing the same thing with these. It make it very easy with options and futures, because with options and futures you don't ever own anything unless with options you exercise your right to buy it. But with options and futures, you're just signing a contract to say, I'm going to pay, this amount of money, right, for this amount of time, because options and futures have an expiration. So you say, I'm going to pay this amount of money, and when it comes to this date, if it's worth more than that, then I've made money. If it's worth less than that, then I've lost money. And then when you're selling, you say, I'm going to sell something on this date for this amount of money. And if it's worth less than what I say I'm going to sell it for, I've made money. If it's worth more than what I said I'm going to sell it for, I've lost money. But you can close that contract at any time.
Okay, right? That's what I was about to ask you.
Yeah, you can close that contract at any time.
Okay.
Before the expiration date. And with the futures, you can take ownership of something. right? Or not. Just like futures, they use futures for like all types of things, grains, golds. The only thing you can't take ownership of is the indexes. Like you can't take on, but if you do futures for oil or animals or gold or metals, you can take ownership of it, but only like people who like manufacturers do that. Like if you manufacture houses, you might you might think the price of lumber gonna rise next year. So you'll buy a bunch of lumber this summer at $22 a pound or whatever, how they sell lumber, and then next winter when lumber in a shortage and they got lumber going for $44 a pound, you be like, hey, cash me out. Let me get my 2 metric tons of lumber, and you getting the lick because you said you gonna pay 22 and now they going for 44, and so you getting double the lumber, and now you got the corn on the market and you out there trapping lumber on the side, you know what I'm saying, because you got double the lumber. But that's how the futures work, that's how the options work, and then when you selling it, it's the same way, right? And then the way it work when you're trading, right, if price goes up and you anticipate price to like do a pullback, like just say if price going up here and you expecting price to fall right here, right, when it go up here and then it give you some kind of reason to get in, you will just sell right there, and that mean you're going short. And when it drop down, you just buy it back, right? You buy it back and you make the difference in that drop right there, right? So you sell in the premium, buy it back in the discount, right? And it's the same thing when you're buying. You just buying in a discount, selling it in the premium, right? You still ain't owning nothing on with the futures because you going into a contract and then you getting out of contract, right? And then you selling to get in the contract and then you buying to get out the contract. Either way, you still ain't owning it, but it's just the concept of going short means you're selling and going long means you're buying. That's the button that you're pressing on the screen, right? Yeah. If you press buy to open, that means you're going long. You expect it to go up. And if it go down, you lose. If you hit sell to open, that means you're going short. And if it go up, you lose.
Okay. All right. Well, I got something that's got nothing to do with this. Because if somebody was a carpenter, you really should know the price of lumber. But that's another conversation.
Man, you better stop, man. My daddy was a carpenter. You already know. I know what the price of lumber is, man. Sit on your hands, Rhonda. What you got, Kashaya? I saw you popped in the Discord. I know you ain't come over there for nothing.
Yeah, I just have one question.
Okay, what's up?
So when you're looking for displacement at highs and lows, are you looking for multiple fair value gaps to form? Or like once the candle that closes past like the line, the high or the low, makes the gap, that's good enough? I can give an example if you want. If it was too complicated.
Okay, give me an example.
So on the NQ, I'm looking at the 5-minute time frame.
On what day?
Today. So let's see. The 11:55 candle. Let's just say that high.
All right, this high right here. Okay.
Yeah. And then
over here.
Yeah, the 1:30 candle.
Right there. Okay.
Yeah, once it closed past that line, it made another fair value gap. So is that what you're looking for when you talk about displacement, or are you looking? Okay, that's all I want to know.
That's and it depends on who you ask, right? Some people would say just that big candle is displacement. For me, that's not displacement on this time frame, right? On a lower time frame, this could be displacement because I look at displacement as a combination of expansion and an imbalance. So when you put the expansion together with the imbalance right there, now I see that as displacement, right? Some people just see a big move as displacement, right? That's not me. Now, even if we get like an immediate rebalance, I still see it as displacement, because you got the opportunity of getting an imbalance. Even if you come back in immediate rebalance and keep going, right? It's still that opportunity to create an imbalance there. We just filled it quick and kept going, right? But yeah, so it's the combination of the expansion and the imbalance that I'm looking for displacement.
Okay, so looking left at 9:30.
You said 9:30.
Yeah. So that candle technically took out the high to the left of it. Let's see. At 8 a.m. Yeah. I know it's a less significant high, but for example, that fair value gap formed, but it like there's not multiple gaps. So does that matter or no?
No,
Okay.
no, it don't matter. That's still, I'm still looking at it as displacement. Now, in the case of this right here, right? In the case of this right here, like when you this one of them things where you got to, one, right? You're not expecting much in this day. Two, right? When we came up here, right? We traded into this old area of like consolidation, and we're rejecting off of it, right? We're rejecting off. So now you're in between the tail of two cities, right? So now you got expansion and displacement happening here, right? But you're trading into, right, an area where we displaced away here. You see what I'm saying? We're trading back up into an area of old displacement. So this is one of the spots where you got to be careful, and you know what I'm saying? This is one of the spots where you want price to show you what it wants to do. You see, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. It's all about. I remember. Always remember what you said about. It's always narrative and what price
Yes.
is doing.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, because you can see like stuff can set up and stuff can happen all the time, right? And you're not wrong for saying, okay, we got displacement. I want to go long there, right? Personally, I just wouldn't do it because of one, the narrative of what we're expecting in the day, right? And two, we had displacement to the downside, and then now we've retraced back up, right? We've retraced back up during, right, the New York session, right? We're coming into the New York session. So this is all this is doing is giving the New York session an opportunity to sell if it was really bearish, right? Because this move happened, right, coming out of the London, right? So this move happened coming out of London. And so now you're in between the tail of two cities, because now you're coming into the New York, and you need to find out, is the London setting the low of the day, or is London setting the high of the day? You see what I'm saying? If this is the high right here, well, this is really the overnight high because that's 12. Let's get over here to London, right? So is London setting the high of the day, or is it setting the low of the day, right? And then we drop down here, right? Let's run us a Fibonacci over here, right? We come there. So this coming into 9:30, all we did was come back to the premium, right? We just came back to the premium of the move that started in the London. You see what I'm saying? So now you're looking like, okay, is this giving New York an opportunity to short, or is it trying to reverse and go long? You don't know what it's trying to do. And then this is very poor price action. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, you're not wrong for thinking you see that, because you do see that. But in conjunction with the narrative, is it going to be ICT displacement? Is it going to be an ICT breaker? Is it going to be an ICT fair value gap? Is it going to be, you see what I'm saying? Narrative leads the price is king. I mean, time is king, and narrative is the queen, if you will. They go hand in hand. Super duper awesome question. What else you got?
Oh, thank you. I got it, by the way. Thank you.
J Rock, I see you popped in there. You got something?
No, I ain't got nothing. I popped in late.
Oh yeah, you got to go back on the replay. We wrapping up.
Yeah,
Um,
I know. It's all good.
who else in there? Lump already. Vernon, you got anything?
Good. I'm good, Tim. Thanks. Thanks. Good.
All right. Lil Hawk, you got something? Lil Hawk, good. Don, you got anything?
No, I'm good.
All right, man. We gonna go ahead and call it. Hopefully, y'all got something out of this, man. I wanted like all whenever we doing a price action recap, we trying to look at stuff from like uh, um we trying to look at stuff from like a different aspect of just than just price went to this fair value gap. Price we sprinting. We getting into trying to figure out why is price doing what it's doing. What's the narrative? What's the signatures I could have seen? Was this week? Go back and look at the intraday price action recaps. We did some really good deep dives into everything throughout the week as far as letting price establish a range, engage with liquidity, and show you some signatures of what it wants to do. We saw it over and over and over all week. Like Michael say, every day, every week, every day, and it won't stop. Right? They not changing the algorithm. And we looked at high resistance liquidity runs, and we looked at there are still algorithmic signatures in these high resistance liquidity runs. You just got to be Jack B number, Jack B quick, in and out, in and out, in and out. Right? Hopefully y'all got something out of it, man. And one more time, shout out to homie Tremaine. Shout out to homie Tremaine. We in his new vet. That's Tremaine and his new vet back there. He got him a new green vet back there. He trying to catch up with me. Shout out to homie Tremaine back there in a new green vet that he just bought. Hey man, do me a favor. Go in the next room and tell your loved ones that you love them, man. Don't just say it. Don't just show it. Say it, show it, and confirm it. How you do that? Well, you just open up the lines of communication so that they'll understand your love language and you'll understand their love language, right? Speaking their love language so they can receive that love that you're trying to give them. Take advantage of the day, man. Take advantage. Every day, I sit back here and I look at these little souvenirs that my niece had made for her dad when he passed. This my older brother. Right, she had some souvenirs. She got like bottles of water. She had some Rice Krispie treats. You know what I'm saying? They had a picture of him on there with his birthday and his death day on there. I look at these every day, right? Got a couple pictures of him on there. I don't know if y'all can see all that. I look at these every day and I be like, man, I always thought I'd have more time. Right? I always thought I'd have more time. Right? I keep them right over there so I can glance over there and look at old Dirty. What's up, Dirty? You know what I'm saying? I look every day, man. I look over there some days, I'll be like, what come out the L? You know what I'm saying? And I can hear him in my head saying, Bo, fool. You know what I'm saying? Every day. Take advantage of the day while you can, man. Hug your spouse. Tell them you love them. If you're blessed enough to have your parents here, call your parents, say, hey, mama, hey, dad, I was thinking about you. Go buy your mama highs. Take out for lunch. Take a trash out. Go wash your car for her. You know what I'm saying? Do something, man. Do something nice for them. I appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. If this is your first time tapping in, I thank you for tapping in. Shout out here to Learn and Share that got some recognition on the live by YouTube. 22 months in the mentorship. Told y'all we sprinting. 22 months. The mentorship been 22 months. Hear me. Hey, man. Man, wait a minute. No, the mentorship ain't been around 22 months. That's from the beginning. That's the beginning of the gang. That's just showing she in because 22 months, that's almost 2 years. The mentorship, I did 19 videos. That's 19 weeks. Right? Yeah. So that ain't that ain't 2 years. Right? Yeah, that's just she in the mentor. So 22. The gang been in 22 months. Her, Lil Hawk, it's the lady from Atlanta, the one that walked up on me in Atlanta and I didn't know who she was. I'm like, who are you? And then she told me her name. I was like, don't be walking up on me like that. I don't know. Y'all know my face. I don't know y'all face. Y'all be seeing me on YouTube. I don't know. You walking up on me. I thought you were finna rob me. Oh my goodness. But shout out to everybody, man. Everybody, most people that's on the live right now, this True Blue Gang that's been around since before the gang started officially on YouTube. Y'all was with me back on IG. Y'all was with me on IG before we came to YouTube. You hear me? Anyway, man, that's it, man. If your first time tapping in, I thank you. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Share it with a friend who you think might get something out of this right here. If you don't know who I am, my name, Timothy Lee Rogers Sr., a.k.a. Aranya Grande. That's Big Spider, if you don't hablo español. And until the next time I decide to get on Algo's internet and share my thoughts on this thing they call price action. Matter of fact, this is the second Sunday coming up. So this is for the mentees. Mentees only. Sunday at 7 p.m. Monday is a holiday, so we're not going to do no tape reading this week. Monday a holiday. We're not tape reading on Monday. I don't know if the market going to be open, but it's a bank holiday. If it is open, I ain't trying to watch the price anyway because it'll be like a weird half a day, whatever. So we got the Q&A Sunday at 7 p.m. East Standard Time. No tape reading on Monday. And then we got the homework review on the 13th Wednesday at 7 p.m. And then everybody else, I see y'all Tuesday evening at 6 p.m. for the price action recap. Y'all take it easy, man. Gone.